You wake at 4 a.m. from your reoccurring nightmare and make yourself some coffee. You know you should walk, get the blood pumping, but you're hungry, so you grab a bowl. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, honeycombs. It's all sugar, and that makes you worry. So instead, you take your cup of coffee and sit at your computer. You really should walk, but the coffee's good. And it's 5 a.m. The day is already slipping away. You close your eyes and... You wake up at 4 a.m. from your reoccurring nightmare and make yourself some coffee. You know you should walk today. Come on. You know you should walk. Get the blood pumping. You skip breakfast again because you forgot to get apples from the grocery, and you go sit at your computer and scroll Twitter, YouTube, whatever, until 7 a.m. The coffee's cold now, so you know you should walk. Just get up and walk. Put on socks, shoes, earbuds, your favorite tunes, and you head out. Not even a block and your calves cramp, tighten, seize, so you stop because the doctor said this would happen, and not to walk on them when they feel like this. They aren't getting enough oxygen, blood, or whatever. You don't know the science behind it because you were too busy being afraid of the rash growing on your ankle. In your nightmares, it turns to rot, and now you're sitting by the road trying to find a position that your ankles and calves can relax in. You wake up at 4 a.m. from the same nightmare and feed your cat. Good kitty. You know you should walk today, but your feet feel like they were pummeled by Jackie Chan, so you sit at your computer. You're too hungry today, so you make that bowl of cereal. You eat it and you pay attention to the feelings in your legs. Are your feet getting too cold? Too hot? The doctor said no more sugar, which is okay, you told yourself, because you can just stop. It's just sugar. But here you are, and yes, this counts. There's no talking your way out of this one. But a little sugar can't hurt, can it? Just a tiny bit? It is natural. You can't avoid it. It's everywhere, even in the healthy stuff. You know you should walk today. It's noon and you've been at your desk since you woke up. You feel it in your legs. They're heavier than usual. Socks, shoes, no tunes this time, and you walk the block. You feel it in your legs again, but you push it. You can make it a little further, and you do, which is great, but only for a moment because now your calves ache more and you can't feel your foot as much. It's going numb. Oh no, you think. You're going to lose your foot. You stop and sit, and the anxiety is setting in. You're living your reoccurring nightmare. The one where they take your feet because they're dead, and it's all your fault. You wake at 4 a.m. Socks, shoes, stretch. It helps, even if just a little. You walk a little further before you feel it again, and this time you turn around. You're limping by the time you make it back, but there was progress, and you feel good. Stretching helped, just like the doctor said. You know that they know what they're talking about, but you used to run. You used to go miles and miles. That was before, though. Hell, that was 10 years ago. The days are truly slipping away. You itch the rash on your ankle. That night your friend wants to hang, so you head over and enjoy some company. There are drinks and you have a few. It feels good because you used to have more than a few, like all the time, even when no one else was around. So just a few now, in good company, that's alright. You get buzzed, but you feel your feet getting warm, like really hot, and your anxiety kicks in. The doctor said no more alcohol. You said you could quit, that you didn't have a problem. And you have quit before, no big deal, but now? It's been years since the last time, and when you look back at those times, you were definitely not okay. Why'd you even drink again? Why are you drinking now? You pour the drink out and tell everyone goodnight as you walk home. It's more than a few blocks, so you stop halfway and sit for 30 minutes while your legs relax. It's midnight and the grass feels cold. You wake at 8 a.m. There was no nightmare. You hug against your partner in bed and feel how warm they are. You don't want coffee, you don't want breakfast. You get out of bed and go buy the compression socks your doctor told you to get months ago. You're young, they said. This might not be permanent, but it sure feels like it. You're craving sugar, so you buy a candy bar. You really need to go to the grocery and get apples, carrots. You put the compression socks on and feel the difference immediately. You wonder how long you'd gone with your legs feeling so heavy and so useless. You go to the grocer and you buy good snacks for when you're craving sugar. You buy good food in general. You love cooking, so why don't you cook as much anymore? The rest of the day, you eat how you assume normal people eat, and it leaves you feeling sluggish. Your body is used to other things, and it will take time to adjust. That's okay. For now, you just close your eyes and you wake at 4 a.m. from the same nightmare. You take a hot shower, put the compression socks on, put your shoes on, stretch, and you walk. You make it to where you usually stop and you turn around. It hadn't begun to hurt, but the doctor said to take it slow. 10 to 15 minutes is all you need. As your muscles get stronger, it'll help the blood vessels. Slow. Just take it slow. The next day you walk a little further and make a loop so you end up back where you started. Your calves cramped a little, but that's okay. You make some chicken nuggets for lunch and sit down at your computer and don't think about your legs for a few hours. You look online at the park you used to walk all those years ago. The hiking trails, the trees. It's been so long since you've seen nature. You want to go back. You walk the next morning and feel the tightening and the cramping, but it's not as bad, so you push it a little further. Maybe too far. But you stop when it gets to be too painful and you sit for as long as you need. When you can, you keep going. Off and on like this. It's frustrating, but you forget that frustration after you get home and rest for a while. And that night you decide to walk again, and it's like a damn miracle. You walk like you used to walk, way back. You walk all the way to the edge of town without noticing a single thing. Real progress. Maybe the doctor was right. This won't be permanent. You wake up at 7 a.m. from a dream. It's a productive day. You ask your partner to bring home a bottle of something on their way home, and you order a pizza. It's a productive day. You should celebrate. You both drink and eat, and things are good. You're in love, and things are just good.
Wow.
You wake up. You have breakfast. Coffee. You walk and you make it a block before your calves cramp up, like worse than before, and you have to stop. You sit down, but you're mad because you didn't have to stop yesterday. You shouldn't have to stop. You're young, and even if you're not the most healthy of eaters, neither is anyone else in your life, and none of them have to struggle just to walk 100 feet. Why is this happening to you? Why can't you just walk? You stand up and push through the pain. It's just a block to your house, and the pain is like acid inside of your bones. Like someone is twisting your calves so tight they could pop, tear. It hurts so much that you're clenching your jaw and cursing at yourself, at the passing cars, at the fact that there are no places to stop and sit besides the cold ground, and you don't want to sit down there. Your anxiety flares up at the thought, imagining fictional people as they drive by and what they would say, pointing and laughing. You are filled with admonishment for yourself. Inside your house, you lay down and elevate your legs, like the doctor said, but that just makes them hurt more. All the stuff that built up down there is now rushing back through your veins, and it hurts so goddamn much. You just want it to stop, but there's no position that you can turn or move that will make it stop. Why the hell did you drink so much last night? You've got a problem, you know. You need help. You have to stop. You fill a Ziploc with ice and sit down in a chair, legs up, placing the ice on your ankle and calf. They still hurt, but you can't feel your ankle anymore. It's numb. You hope the ice helps, and when your partner comes in to check on you, they ask if you want a hug, and you say, "No, please don't touch me," even though you need them. You need to be alone more. You did this to yourself. You should have listened to your doctor. You are not 22 anymore. You are not invincible. Your family has a history of this condition, and your love of rum and Oreo dinners has not helped. It doesn't matter if your family raised you on fast food or if you always thought you could quit when you wanted. This could be permanent. This might be forever. You climbed out, it felt like. You went so far. But maybe this is it. You let your partner hold you. You want to cry, but it's okay. You wake up at 4 a.m. from the nightmare, have an apple, put your compression socks on, and do your morning work. When the sun's up, you take a walk around the block, short enough that pain can't come. You do some more work, walk 3 blocks to the gas station, where you have to stop anyways to get some lunch so your legs can calm down before the walk back. You go home and work some more. You lift some weights. The sun goes down and you walk 3 blocks to your friend's house and sit there before going home later. The next day is much the same. You don't push it. You restrain yourself. You want to go hiking again, no matter how many days it takes.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time.
You've got the time. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake up. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake up. You wake up at 4 a.m. You wake at 4 a.m. from the same dream. Your partner has the day off, so you work until they're up. You're in love, and they hug you. You drive out of town into the forest preserve and go to a trail you used to walk when you were in high school. It's not that long, but it's in the woods and rather hilly. You walk slow and pay close attention to your legs. When your calves seize up, you slow down, but it's mostly just the normal kind of burn you get from hiking. You stop at benches when you find them. You stare out into the trees. And for a moment, you're free.